This is me. This is Allie. We're married. But our pop culture references go over each other's heads. So this is the show where we bridge our cultural gap. This is Allie Hasn't.
Hello!
Hello! Welcome back to Allie Hasn't. This is Allie.
And that's Doug.
Hey, congratulations on getting married.
Oh, and congrats to, I heard you got married too.
I did.
How's married life treating you?
It's been splendid. So today we are talking about cartoon.
My married life's been going well.
We are going to watch Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. This is one of those things where I'm not surprised you didn't see it because this isn't like super well known by people. I think it maybe sort of is better known now because of the internet, but even then it's something I grew up with. We had a tape from TV, I want to say, on a VHS tape, and I watched it quite a bit.
So, what is this?
Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue is an anti-drug PSA starring an all-star cast of cartoon characters from the 80s.
Ah.
I have it hidden because I don't want you to see. Here, first of all, I'm going to show the audience what the cover looks like. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But I wanted to keep it hidden from you because part of what's going to make this episode a little different. I want to see if you can name all of these cartoon characters.
Ah, okay, so we're going to have a counter on how many that I can actually identify.
Yes.
Cool.
I am 100% sure you can get some of them.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you'll get all of them.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to play that with this. Ah! I've had this for a long time. The VHS DVD player combo. This was where it was at back in the day when DVDs were new. People were like, I don't know if I want to get rid of my VHSs. I have a lot of great movies. It was great to have the option. So I use this a lot. And I've kept it, even though like I've obviously upgraded to the Blu-ray player now, which some people already think is archaic. Yeah, I've kept this because I have tons of old family tapes and stuff that I was using to convert to digital.
Which is a good idea because the VHS tapes actually break down.
This is just a good thing to have. It is good to have a VCR that you can use every now and then because look, I just found another purpose for it. Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue was never brought to DVD, and I doubt it would be because of all the licensing issues that they would have to deal with from different sections of entertainment. But then again, somebody else has already moved it over to YouTube, so whatever. If you really want to watch, it's unedited, you can watch it on YouTube. Let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate
from the many faces of Ronald McDonald Children's Charities.
Is this part of it?
This, apparently it's got some stuff before the...
Gotcha. Okay, so it's like trailers, but not.
Yeah, basically.
This is the Ronald McDonald House? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald House.
Find out how you can help lift kids to a better tomorrow through Ronald McDonald Children's
Like
Charities.
this.
Write to this address for more information.
Remember, you committed to it.
I did. Okay, to the rescue. Fascinating.
All right.
Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue
Oh.
is a powerful story of a teenager dealing with drugs
It's George
and
Bush.
alcohol abuse.
Some of your favorite cartoon characters will help you understand how drugs and alcohol can ruin your life. So watch the program.
If George Bush says it, it must be true. It's bad.
Oh, we got Winnie the Pooh! Oh, we got Smurf. Just the generic Smurf. I don't know what the names are.
Well, that one is very specific to Smurf.
Panic Smurf.
It's Papa Smurf.
Oh.
But he got the Smurfs.
Oh, we got more Smurfs. Cool.
Hurry, my little Smurfs. Cody's been robbed, and we must wake him up.
Huh?
I feel like that's supposed to be the character, but I do not recognize him. Ah, Garfield. Cool.
Hey, going through life with a blue lampshade is work enough.
So you don't know who that guy is?
Nope.
Okay.
Never seen him before in my life.
Okay.
Feel like I'm doing it's like a police lineup where it's just the line. Never seen that one. Ah! Solving kid bugs.
Opportunity to be of service.
I forgot what they're named.
It's Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
There we go. Theodore's the tiny one, Simon's the tall one, right?
Yeah, tall nerd.
Oh my goodness. I'm not.
But yeah, she loves Winnie the Pooh.
Am I?
I do question the physics of that.
Kermit will wake up.
Oh, way to give it away.
Oh, I didn't realize that he was supposed to be one that we would, I guess, count for. He's an alarm clock.
Why did I set the alarm on a Saturday?
Oh, that's the thing from Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, there you go. Do you know his name?
I'm thinking like slime something. I don't know.
Slimer, yeah.
Okay, close.
Yeah.
Two sounds you can't miss. A breaking piggy and the sizzle of hot lasagna.
That was definitely a line that was relevant to what was going on in the story. I love that voice actor for Garfield though.
What's all this for? Either someone's conducting a major chemistry experiment, or this is a serious no-no. What's that funny smell? I hate to suggest this, but my guess would be marijuana. An unlawful substance used to experience artificial highs. Really weird.
Simon,
So who asked?
always educating the kids.
Money. You could have said something. You always tell me everything. What's wrong? Michael? Honey, where are you going?
Gotta love the punch in, the dramatic punch in.
Michael needs our help. Then let's help him.
There you go. They're off to the rescue, as stated. Except for Pooh. He's not helping.
What difference does it make?
The arcade. That's bad.
Yeah, that's it. Do it. You don't want to be left out, do you?
Come on, what are you waiting for?
You don't want to left out, do
Try
you?
it. You want them to like.
Kind of reminds me, there's a... Did you ever see the movie Fern Gully?
No, I don't even know what that is. What does that mean?
Okay, I guess we'll put that in the list. But he reminds me of the bad guy from Fern Gully. Only, I guess they're kind of variations on the theme. Oh, snap.
It was my first time. Honest, I'll never do it again.
What's up, Doc?
You're not a cop.
Yes, I know who Bugs Bunny is.
I would hope so.
You got me dead to rights. I'm not a cop. I'm a rabbit. What's this? A joint?
I bet you never expected to hear Bugs Bunny say
How
that.
did you get started?
In that
anyway?
context,
I
yes.
started because I wanted to. What do you care? A time machine?
I borrowed it from some coyote.
To have one of those on hand.
You know, we love you both. And if there's something wrong, we'd like to help.
I don't know, Mom. I don't think so.
Thanks, hon.
Right, because all parents are understanding.
This is the perfect white nuclear American family.
Perhaps. But what will happen to him if you don't tell?
Pooh's always the voice of reason, that guy.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Oh, back in the day, when everything was black and white.
Everyone wearing shirts
And where's the
of
coat?
their initials, like the Weasleys.
And the past is in black and white. Get it? If everyone was jumping off a cliff, would you go too?
That just reminds me of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Not very
If
bright.
Rosa did it, would you? It's just like, well, yes.
Lighten up on my man here. All his cares went. No worries, no bothers.
It's Hakuna Matata. That's what
Even us rabbits. The point is, nobody gets everything they want because sooner or later. Is that what you want, Doc? Really?
That was a commercial break. I remember that very specifically.
Anytime, sugar. Being weird is just part of being a teenager. You'll grow out of it.
I think it's more than that.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh? Well, I'm a clueless parent. Who do I know?
Score us some
Oh,
crack.
yeah, crack. Now we're talking.
You've got money, Michael.
But crack. That's serious stuff. Come on, Michael. You're not gonna.
It is quite an upgrade, I gotta say. From weed to crack,
What are
that's a
you,
big step.
baby?
But weed's not even addictive.
You give me that?
Well, it's addictive in that it's as much as a lot of things can be. Chemically not, but can be emotionally.
Those the Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Cowabunga, dude! How did you ever get so totally cool? You could have avoided it, but you weren't thinking. Come to think of it, that's a lot of your problem.
Well, you kind of trapped him, actually.
What in the world is he sitting
Your brain
in?
must be like really messed up. If you're taking his
Yeah, if you're sitting in neon orange sewer liquid, you better get out of there fast.
What are you talking about? Where am I?
Well, you're about
Okay, we got Kermit and Miss Piggy,
thanks to the power of imagination.
who apparently are not a couple anymore.
Well, they're from a show called Muppet Babies, so this is their baby version.
You know that they're not a couple anymore, right?
Oh, well, yeah, that's right, there's that show. Yeah.
Denise, I think, is the new one.
Well, that show is done now, so I don't know what's going on with Kermit's personal life. It's not really my business.
Right. This is what they do to your brain, Michael.
Oh, that. I forgot what that thing's called.
Gonzo.
There we go.
This really kind of freaked me out as a kid. Like I don't know. I still don't know what the heck's going on. But as a kid, I was like, what the?
We're inside me? This is what's happening inside me?
Are you okay?
Huh?
Oh!
Now I'm
Isn't that like Donald
man.
Duck's nephews or
I
something?
gotta get off of these
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raj,
I don't know their names.
bad news.
Huey, Dewey, and
Maybe it's
Louie.
because I don't want to.
Maybe it's because you don't know how. Let's show it. I say no.
We got music.
Oh yeah. I just can't get over the notion of there's some puff of smoke trying to push drugs on Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I've got too much homework. It's rough.
So are they only showing Michelangelo?
Yeah, I guess so. They only needed one Ninja Turtle.
Couldn't afford the other three.
Ironically, they got the one who probably has done the most drugs.
If I saw cartoon characters singing to me, that
This might do the trick.
do the trick to what?
To get you off drugs.
Oh, to get off drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were insinuating like time for me to do drugs.
Or would it make you want to do drugs? I don't know.
I gotta see that again.
Yeah. There's still things in there. I don't exactly know what they're supposed to be.
Me neither.
It's like one of them looks like the ocarina from Zelda, and the other one looks like a bandage to like gauze and stuff like that.
I thought one of the items looked like sage.
Like it was.
If that's me, I'm in serious trouble.
What's
We gotta do something about this.
what's that thing's name?
So that's Alf. He started off in a sitcom. He was a puppet, and he was supposed to be an alien.
puppet?
A puppet.
Oh, puppet.
He was a puppet, and he was hanging out with a family. He was an alien from outer space, and he just and then he was a popular enough character. They gave him a cartoon as well. So it's voiced by the same guy. So
Well, it's not Freddy Krueger.
for a hot minute, Alf was a big deal.
Pretty pitiful.
But I think once the 90s came around, he just kind of dropped into obscurity.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper.
The man in charge.
Congrats, you can read.
Hi.
He looks like an antagonist that would show up in Scooby-Doo.
Totally.
Michael?
I wouldn't listen to him.
No, bro!
Pooh Bear!
Open the box.
What is all
Wait,
this stuff?
way to go, Pandora.
Why don't you see for yourself?
How do I get out of here?
It's quite a run he's got.
You don't want to be left out, do you?
And then this is the segment where they terrorize him till they're scaring him straight.
Try.
Surprised they don't have any Scooby-Doo on here.
Scared to try something new?
Guess they weren't able to get the rights. And I don't know how big Scooby-Doo was in the 80s. I feel like, I mean, his heyday was before that. Although, I remember the reruns from forever ago, but...
Like the original Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that sort of like... Ooh.
What is happening?
That prog soundtrack going on.
Right. Definitely.
Of course.
Come in, my fine young friend, and I'll peer into your future in my little crystal ball. All I can see is...
You're looking into a bowling ball.
Yes, of
You know,
course.
I've never seen a pure black bowling ball. I usually, like, all the...
Now can you see
They're all multicolored and
Of course
stuff.
I can. I've got a knack for this sort of thing, you know.
I just feel like it's another thing cartoons lied to me about.
Like T-bone steaks? Or all steaks looking like T-bone steaks?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to see.
I'm glad all steaks aren't like T-bone steaks. Not around that bone is a pain in the butt.
It's
Ooh.
me.
Yeah, it's the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, he became a full-out junkie.
Don't get off those drugs.
No. Corey, don't you ever...
Still don't know what any of those things are in there. Looks more like sewing supplies. Which is also, you know, you shouldn't be hanging around sewing supplies when you're a kid either. That's very prickly.
I don't know if I can.
Listen to me, Mikey.
I think I've listened to you long enough.
Can't get rid of me this easy. I'll be back, and you can battle.
Oh, thank goodness.
And Pooh Bear's size changes quite a bit through the show.
Come on, sis. Let's go talk to Mom and Dad.
When the going gets
Oh, another song. Another song.
as you grow.
Man. So many... There's so many voice actors that are still working today. But they're like... There's Jim Cummings and... Frank Welker. Yeah. Oh, it's the No Song reprise. Well, Allie, what did we learn?
Don't do drugs!
Don't do drugs, kids, or Michelangelo will pull you into the sewer, right into radioactive waste, and Kermit the Frog will come and take you through a psychedelic trip through your brain.
It's always fascinating to look at messages where the oversimplification is required to give to or to send to kids, just because the complexity of this situation would be way too daunting to try and handle.
Yeah, especially like a 20-minute special.
Yeah, that was only 20. Oh, it's only 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's basically the length of a TV show.
I see.
A half-hour time slot plus commercials, so like 22 minutes.
Yeah, cause like it's a lot easier to try and target this message. Just like hey, drugs are used for recreational use. I can't imagine like trying to create like a simple cartoon of like hey, a lot of drug addiction comes from like either trying to deal with mental illness or because someone is put on painkillers and develops a tolerance. And
can you imagine a modern day version where there's like all the big shows, Steven Universe and Adventure Time and like She-Ra, the new one, trying to address the opioid epidemic?
Aside from that, it's very quaint. I think a lot of kids are like, oh, I'm gonna watch this because my favorite cartoon character is gonna be on there. It's Pooh. I love Pooh.
I mean, that was the selling point for me as a kid, is that I thought it was really cool that all these characters from different shows were in the same cartoon.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I think it's cool because of the even bigger side of it, where it's like, wow, like this is something that all of these companies decided to join in on, because you got Warner Brothers for Bugs Bunny, and you got Disney for Huey, Dewey, and Louie. The fact that they were open to collaborating with each other, and it's not the only time we'll see this, but it's the only time, as far as I know, for a drug PSA. To me, like that's more interesting now as a sort of like a historical artifact.
It also brings back those same memories of the Canadian PSAs.
Oh yeah.
Like almost the absurdity and the pretentiousness of it.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't in Canada, we've had some weird PSAs over the years. YouTube it, like the Canadian PSAs. I've seen these video compilations. I don't know if you'd remember this. There was a one with a robot, Armstrong the robot or Astar the robot. Or something
Astar.
Man, that. Oh, come here. Do you want to do a little bonus episode if Allie has it right now? Show you the PSA. It's crazy.
Do you remember the House Hippo PSA?
The house.
That was.
Now that is.
Here's the thing.
That's Canadian legend.
Here's the thing. It's like when I saw that as a kid, I was just fascinated with this idea of like having a house hippo. It wasn't until I was older where I was like, oh, that was the PSA regarding like be careful of what you see on TV.
Yes.
Or like at least be wary and make sure that.
It's like a fact-checking PSA, which is more relevant than ever, actually. It is Astar the robot. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
It's from the 80s, so I'm not surprised. I do remember playing out into the 90s, but...
Looks like the 80s version of Nebula. Kind of. Wait.
I'm Astar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't. So play safe.
I think I have. The whole arm part just... I have the faintest memory.
Astar the robot, PSA. There you go, everybody. That used to kind of freak me out as a kid too. But it's so cool. I look at the design of that. I'm like, it's perfect. I don't know if it's the best way to get that message across, but well, you never forget it after you see it. So maybe it is the best way. Bringing it back to Cartoon All-Stars.
Yeah.
You did very well as identifying all the characters.
I watched a lot of cartoons in my day.
And also, the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like you would get a lot of them because, well, a lot of these characters have really endured through the years.
Yeah.
And
they're
also,
iconic.
Or have experienced a resurgence, i.e. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know if you would have ever seen the 80s show, but there have been iterations. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It would play on Teletoon Retro.
Great. Well, there you go. But also, they had their movies that came out, well, I guess not like a decade now, but it seems...
Why Tom and Jerry didn't show up?
Tom and Jerry, well, what could they say? They'd just be trying to kill each other the whole time. So yes, you got Winnie the Pooh, you got the Smurfs. Not Papa Smurf specifically, but...
I never watched the Smurfs.
I didn't really watch Smurfs either. I never liked them. You did not get Alf.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before.
So Alf, and also Alf is one of those characters who hasn't had that resurgence, so... but Garfield, Garfield's everywhere. You can't miss Garfield. Alvin and the Chipmunks, as we discussed. Here, I was impressed. You got Slimer from the Ghostbusters.
I watched a little bit of Ghostbusters.
Did you watch the
I've seen the movies
cartoon?
And a little bit of the cartoon. Again, Teletoon Retro.
I knew you'd know Winnie the Pooh. I knew 100%. And Tigger, too.
Yes.
Tigger, too. As well as Bugs Bunny. I was very confident you know him and Daffy Duck. Kermit and Piggy, of course.
Miss Piggy.
I was pretty confident you'd get the Ninja Turtles, but I was also...
I even told you it was Michelangelo.
Yeah.
I mean, the M gives it away, but...
Yeah, that's true. And Huey, Dewey, Louie, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to get them. But,
I didn't know their names, but yes, I've seen them before.
Yeah. Those three specifically, like that iteration of them, is from the show DuckTales, which I don't think you've seen. But I almost forgot that they were in tons of Disney shorts with Donald Duck.
Yeah.
So Donald Duck isn't really in DuckTales. He's in it occasionally, but it's not his show.
So the only one I didn't get was Alf.
Alf.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Not bad actually.
Yay.
So for someone who hasn't done anything, you've actually seen a lot of cartoons.
Excuse me!
That's the premise of the show!
Wasn't done anything. The amount of cartoons that I watched as a child was kind of ridiculous. Although, I didn't watch a lot of Pokemon. Didn't.
Which is very atypical for your age group.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add about Cartoon All-Stars? Well, what did you think?
I mean, I think I did give the little spiel where like it's interesting to see where you take such a complex topic where like it's like drugs, like some people do get addicted to it because they're doing it. Oh, it was cool, but also because it stems from mental illness or because they developed a tolerance to their administered drugs, or even because there is a family history of addiction to drugs. I know that this focused on like marijuana and then like for some reason crack. I think You did mention that there was supposed to be like a drugs and alcohol PSA, but there's no alcohol there. But it. And there was the
There was
beer
mention
thing.
of the beers, yeah. I think the concept was that it's like, oh, it's a slippery slope once you start one. It's an interesting glimpse into that the culture, because I think that there wasn't as much knowledge about addiction and stuff like that.
And I don't fault them for like trying to make this PSA. It's just like going oh, that's not accurate. It's just like it's aimed for kids and trying to. You can't really make a PSA just saying like, oh, don't get an accident so you don't get addicted to painkillers or something. Well, it's like this is one of the ways that they can try and prevent that.
You know, if you're targeted at kids, the idea is to help them with that peer pressure aspect, because that is a real thing when you enter high school. Like I had it. I
Really?
A little bit, yeah. I think the way it was pitched to me when I was younger, I thought it would be happening all the time, but it only happened maybe a handful of times.
All in all, mostly kind of the fun thing. It has that voice acting where I'm kind of like, it sounds so fake. Where it's just like, oh no!
Oh, like the little girl?
Everybody.
Oh, okay.
And not the cartoons, but the family essentially. I'm just like, oh boy.
You know, that is interesting that you highlight that, because it does mean that like obviously they kept all the same voice actors who are skilled veteran voice actors. Even then they were, they've been in those characters for a long time. They're very comfortable. The people who are newly cast for this were not at the same caliber. So that is interesting. Actually, I thought Mikey was okay. I thought he was alright. But the parents and the sister were they were okay.
Yeah.
They were okay.
That's another thing to point out, where Michael had, at least the way they're portraying it, like the family would be understanding and they're gonna help him out, but unfortunately not everyone has that kind of family.
No, some families are not safe places. So, and that's probably people who are more at risk to get like really deep into drugs too.
Especially because they're hiding it.
This is maybe not as light as
it's a drug and alcohol PSA. Of course it's not gonna be light.
During the conversation,
let's put Winnie the Pooh on.
I was like, oh, this is definitely a different feel from most Allie Hasn't. Yeah, fair enough.
But hey man, make good choices if you're a child watching this.
Well, anything else? Are we done?
What are we doing next for Allie Hasn't?
We're gonna go way back to Doug's TV days.
Ooh.
The genesis of his fandoms. We're gonna watch the original Transformers.
I heard that this is gonna be good because Rooster Teeth is coming out with a new show regarding Transformers.
Yes. So let's give Allie a little bit of context, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Way back to the very beginning of Douglas watching television.
Television?
I try so hard.